We're learning to sound out CVC words. Today we're working with the vowel sound I. From our last video, boys and girls, we practiced the two-letter sounds. So we're going to practice the id sound before we move on to the three-letter words. Remember, this is the resting position. We're going to move I, D, id. Remember, we're not going to say the sound until we put our finger on the black circle. Your turn. I, D, id. Very good. Okay, let's move on. If I put a B in front of the id sound, the word becomes bid. Listen carefully. B, id, d, bid. All together. B, id, d, bid. Remember, we're not going to say the sound until our finger touches the black bulb underneath that letter. D, it, d, did. Your turn. D, it, d, did. Very good. If we put an H in front of id, the word becomes hid. Id, hid. Your turn. Resting position. Id, hid. If we put an L in front of the id sound, the word becomes lid. Id, lid. All together. Id, lid. Don't forget to go back to the first sound when you're going to say it the fast way. Lid. Now we're going to go to the ig words. Resting position. Ig. Ig. Your turn. Ig. Ig. If I put B in front of the ig sound, the word becomes big. B, ig, big. All together. B, ig, big. If I put D in front of the ig sound, the word becomes dig. D, ig, dig. All together. D, ig, dig. If I put F in front of the ig sound, the word becomes fig. Ig, fig. All together. Ig, fig. If I put P in front of the ig sound, the word becomes pig. P, ig, pig. Your turn. P, ig, pig. If I put the R sound in front of ig, the word becomes rig. Get your mouth ready. Ig, rig. All together. Ig, rig. Now we're going to move on to the N sound. I, N. All together. I, N. If I put B in front of the N sound, the word becomes bin. B, I, bin. Your turn. B, I, N, bin. If I put the F sound in front of N, the word becomes fin. F, I, N, fin. All together. F, I, N, fin. Very good. You're doing great, boys and girls. If I put the P sound P in front of N, the word becomes pen. P, I, N, pen. All together. P, I, N, pen. If I put the W sound in front of N, the word becomes win. W, I, N, win. All together. W, I, N, win. Now we're going to move on to the IP ending sound. IP, IP. All together. IP, IP. If I put a D in front of the IP sound, the word becomes dip. D, I, P, dip. All together. D, I, P, dip. If I put the H sound in front of IP, it becomes hip. IP, hip. All together. IP, hip. If I put the S sound in front of IP, it becomes sip. S, IP, sip. All together. S, IP, sip. If I put the T sound in front of IP, the word becomes tip. T, IP, tip. All together. T, IP, tip. If I put a Z in front of the IP sound, the word becomes zip. I. Wait, hold on. Let's go over. Let's start over. Z, I, P, zip. Your turn. Z, I, P, zip. If I put, okay, so now what we're going to do, boys and girls, we're going to move on to the IT sound. It, it. All together. It. If I put a B in front of it, the word becomes bit. B, it, bit. All together. B, it, bit. If I put an F in front of the it sound, the word becomes fit. It, fit. Ready? Get your mouth ready. All together. It, fit. If I put the H sound in front of it, the word becomes hit. It, hit. All together. It, hit. Good job, boys and girls. Remember, keep practicing.